On today's episode, we're going to be repairing a rear armrest from an '89 Jeep Grand Wagoneer. As many of you experienced, these little pieces will end up breaking apart, and then you won't be able to get the screws tight all the way, and the rear armrest will either be floppy or it'll just pop out altogether and won't secure. So the kit that we have includes two 3D printed blocks and two washers. So your first step is going to be to remove these 4 Phillips head screws, and make sure to set them aside as you will be reusing them. Okay, next you want to go ahead and remove the big fat screws, which sometimes you can just push them right out. And you will be reusing those as well, so make sure to set them aside. Next, you'll need to separate this plastic piece from the actual armrest itself. And you can use a flathead screwdriver, just be very gentle, not to break anything. And there will be some spots that actually have some expanding foam in there, so you will want to be careful of that. You will have to break that loose. And on ours, you can see that it was already broken down here, but we can still reuse this. It'll still be strong, it just won't have this extra little piece down here. All right, so now we can go ahead and separate this the rest of the way. Now what you see is, down inside of here, these are the pieces that end up breaking around here. And it looks like somebody's already been in here because all those pieces seem to be missing. I do have them from one of my other armrests. So you can see, let's set this guy aside, and you can see all of these pieces are part of the original structure that sat in here and ended up breaking. So we'll go ahead and dump out all of that, and you're going to discard those pieces. Now inside of here, you want this piece of plastic to remain. Same thing around here. If there's any excess pieces, you can break them off. And on this one, I'm just going to take off a little extra piece there. And the rest of it looks good. So now we can go ahead and go to the install. So to install, let's move this guy out of the way, move these pieces. And we'll get back right here. So what you do is you take the 3D printed pieces, you can see those here, and you just line them up so that they go in the correct slot. Now when you put this one in here, you see that these two holes are offset, so that means this goes on the other side. And you can see now that those are aligned. And we'll put in the other one here, and you can see that those are aligned, which means it's now ready to go back on. And to put everything back together, you simply set it back on the tray, push it down, and while holding it, flip it back over. And now through here, you can actually see where the 3D printed blocks are, here and here. So you're going to go ahead and reinstall your 4 screws. So we'll go ahead and do that next. There's 1, 2, 3, and number 4. And the final step is to take the 2 fat screws that hold it to the door and install the washers that come with the kit on each one of them. That'll help spread the load on the blocks themselves and keep the screws from pushing through. So we'll go ahead and get these installed. Okay, now that we got these on, and you can see the blocks through these holes, simply turn it over, put these inside, and now it's ready to reinstall. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and you can find these parts on our website at bjsoffroad.com. Thanks for watching.